Good morning, everybody. Here's my little dinosaur, continuing from my last playthrough where I started him. He's a little pterodon. Well, he's not so little anymore. He grew. My growth is 60% until adult. I need to eat. Get up there. See if we can find some fish in this pond. Hello, welcome if you're joining. Oh, there's some other pterodons here. I see them chatting. I don't see any splashing. I don't see any fish. I may have to go up the river there. Oh, there's some fish. Ah, wow. First try. Took me a few minutes to figure that out. Last time I restarted the game, it's been a while since I played a flyer. This is the only flyer in the isle, I think. There's some more fish right here. And I'm going to have to go. I can only eat one at a time. I haven't scouted this area, so I don't know if there are any dinosaurs around. So let me get up here and eat it. If I just press E here, he should swallow it whole, and you'll see my hunger bar go up. But oh yeah, I wonder if that is the same as putting it down and eating it. If it gets the same amount of hunger. Where were they? They were around here somewhere. There they are. Not low enough. Missed them. There's fish all over here. Gotta be careful of the crocs. They could definitely eat me when I'm low in the water like that. They see me flying around here trying to eat. It's best if I like try different fish spawns, not the same one all the time. No good. Now I'm gonna mix it up and come over here and take a drink. Last time, I mentioned my strategy of drinking with any dinosaur. And that's taking sips and drinking a little bit in one spot. Not giving the dinosaurs enough time to bear down on me here. Now I'm going to run away. I'm going to take off. So I have a hard time taking off from the ground for some reason. And then I'll find a new spot to sit and drink after I catch another fish. Just go back and forth. I don't want to be too predictable here because everybody could see me. I'm out in the open. There are definitely dinosaurs in this water watching. Looking for another player as a meal. Oh, well, this is going to spell death for me. I pressed the wrong button. I'm never going to make it to shore without getting eaten. I meant to hit control to dive a little bit. I hit the space bar, which made me kind of stall in midair. I'll use the rest of my stamina to sprint out of here because I see shore getting closer. I like how he looks around when you look around him. His head tilts around. That's cool. Okay, that was a mistake because when you run out of stamina, you sink. I thought about it and I was like, no, I think when you run out of stamina, you just can't sprint anymore. But when you're in the water, you sink. I'm going to try it again. I'm going to try it until I master the flying and eating. Because it's pretty difficult. It's not as easy as I remembered. Should I do west? The ping is much higher on the western server, but there are 92 players as opposed to 29 on NA4. It's early on Sunday morning, so there are not going to be too many people on the eastern servers. Let's do NA1 west. Did I save my guy? Let me see. If I save them, I could just go in. Import? Paste code. I did copy the code last time. Okay, let's do that. Same little guy. I'm going to start in the same place, which was water access. Since I don't know the map, I'm just going to keep on learning the area before I move on. Alright, here I am. Let's get right to it. I need to eat. Just considerably smaller and younger than I was before. Really? Let's check out this chonker. He's got a bunch of fish here. I mean, he's got a couple little guys with him. That's a big dinosaur. Just gotta have your mouth in the water. No luck. I think there's a dinosaur right under here. But he's under the water. It's hard to see. I would love to make a croc and explore this pond. It looks like it goes pretty deep. When I played, they were just streams, and very shallow streams. You really couldn't dive very deep. So when this little Ptera dies, that's what I'm going to do next. Where'd all the fish go? I don't burn stamina really doing this. I mean, a little bit. Every time I tap the spacebar to gain a little altitude, so I don't go into the water like I did last time. It barely uses stamina. Alright, I'm going to go down the stream. It's probably safer too, because if I make another mistake and wind up in the water, I'm not going to be in the middle of a lake like this and have to swim to the edge. That was an adult Terra. That was a baby one. There's one sitting in the water, right? Oh no, is that that's a fish with his tail up in the air. The big Terra is... oh. Maybe it's not that big? There is collision, so I could smack into that Terra. Oh, I turned the wrong way. I could hit him in midair, which would result in both of us falling down. Oh, I got one. He caught a fish for me. I don't know where he went. Here he is. He got a fish for me. Thank you. What is it with the blur? You see like there's a blur around them. I'll just peck at this one. I like this animation because you see all the blood. Now, he caught a bigger fish than I did. Nice landing. This is gonna fill. This is gonna be enough. I don't need any more. Just catching a lot of fish. This is a big boy. Oh, I forget. Oh, look, they're a little... Okay, so he 2 calls to me, I 2 call back to him, and now we're in a group. His name is For Money. There are some tracks here. If you press Q... So this is a little different than what I remember. I don't understand. Okay. I saw the tracks without pressing Q. Drink. Alright, I'm full on both. Pretty good. There's another group member coming. Tempest. It's got a lot of courage to sit here on the shore like this. You'd be attacked by a croc that's in the water, or I don't know, a raptor coming down the hill there. I find ways to die, for sure, but I don't invite it. How are you, Mio? Hello, Bacon. So I have a great diet. It's improving. Growth rate is increasing. I think it's going to go to plus 15% increased growth rate. Because I've only gotten one of my diet. The schooling fish. I don't know what the max bonus to growth rate is, but if I get those other two types of diet, I think I'm going to get a lot better growth rate and possibly other buffs. But on this map, I think there's that pond, and I think there are these little streams. I'm not sure of the other water sources, but I know that bullfrogs, rabbits, Pteradons, those can be found in grasslands and jungles. And then if I find little Bipiosauruses, I could eat those. Or even little Pterodactylus. I don't know if those are AI, or if that's me, if that's like other players just smaller than me. So like, if this guy wanted to, instead of inviting me to the group, he could have eaten me for a different type of diet. I think I'm Pterodactylus. Oh no, maybe I'm not. I'm Pteradon. So the Pterodactylus is maybe the AI. I'm not sure. I'm just getting back into Evrima. I played a lot of the Legacy, and I did a little Evrima in its early stages when they were still adding stuff to it. I kind of stopped playing, kind of hoping that the development would quicken and they would add a lot of other things. And you know they have, so that's part of the reason why I'm back. Still waiting for the big AI dinosaurs, because I heard they were gonna put in like I heard they were gonna put in a T-Rex and things like that are gonna be AI controlled that you have to avoid. This is not my favorite spot. So if it were up to me, I'd be up there. I would be up there sitting down, not here. I hear crocs, but they're up the river, I think, a bit. Well, the whole point for me here was to practice. And I might as well do it while I'm young, because if I take another dip into the lake, like I did a few minutes ago, and drown, I'd rather do it while I'm young and not have wasted all the time to grow. Oh, here's the croc up the river here. Oh, these are not dinosaurs? Or are these rocks? Something. What is this? These are just rocks. I'm not hungry, but I'm going to try and grab some fish just for practice. Because I kind of stink at it. Oh, shoot. See, it's a good thing I got up, because if you're sitting on the shore and that guy's nearby, he can ambush you. I got one. That's good enough. I don't want to get too much. I think when you eat too much, you get full and you throw up. And then you get debuffs. Yeah, if you want them to find you, you one call and sit still. There's other ways to use the one call, and that is to mislead and distract predators. So you can one call, make sure they hear you, make sure they bear it down on your position, and then move, so that they come to the wrong place. Obviously, you're going to stay quiet after that. Is Tempest sitting in that tree? Oh, that's cool, he is. It takes a little bit of skill, I think, to land on that branch. He says, oh, For Money says he's very happy. I don't wonder why. Why is he so happy? I have two different nutritions, actually. Maybe it's because I had two different types of fish? Oh no. It's the same diet, just filled two different diet hexes. So you have 3 diet hexes, and if you want to optimize, you fill each hex with the 3 different diets. But you have to save room, I guess, in your stomach, or you have to... Yeah, I'm not sure how that works. I guess if you eat so much of one diet, it fills up another hex. Because I fell and died. Yeah, I just did that. You can see your group members here. Otherwise, no way to really locate people other than using your calls and exploring. When I played the Legacy, I used a... Get! I used a map, a third-party map on the internet. Yes, he is. A little path here next to the river. Game is beautiful in Unreal Engine 5. And I think it runs pretty well for me. I get some hiccups here and there, but I'm normally around 80 or 90 FPS. See, here things are clearer and sharper because it's out in the open and it's got direct light. And then it's cool when you go in here, you have darker shading and things get grainier and the textures kind of blur out a little bit, but I think that's done on purpose. So yeah, like the shadows make the water look grainy. I thought it was an issue with my graphic settings. So last time I played, I tried to adjust some settings. Then it made me restart and booted me out of the server, which was annoying, but there was no change in the graphics. That's done, I guess, on purpose. That's part of the look of the game. So normally when I'm playing, I'm looking for trouble. Obviously trying to survive and grow my dinosaur, but I play differently now on this game than I did when I played on Legacy. Back then I would just hide, eat, and hide, and it was kind of a boring playstyle, but the gameplay loop here in Evrima changed a little bit. You still want to kind of hide and avoid dinosaurs when you're growing, but there are definitely other things to do. The nutrition helped in that regard. Now you want to look for your 3 different diets, right? And then I have this whole map to explore and learn. I've played so much on the other maps that was something that I didn't really need to do anymore. I knew exactly where I was and where everything was, so... And it also helped that I had third-party maps on the internet. I'm gonna try and do the Return of the Jedi speeders here through the trees. Another path. So you can find some rabbits or little Pteradons or something small out here in the plains where I could change my diet up. It's gaining altitude that's killing my stamina. But since I'm flying uphill, I constantly have to get higher. For exploration, the best thing to do is probably find the highest spot, get your full stamina, and then glide from top to bottom and kind of circle your way around. You can stay in the air for a long time that way. See, the terrain is changing here. It's less green, there's more brown. I'm using my scent while in the air. I'm not sure if it's working. Even the sounds are changing. I'm going to get to the top of this rock here and then get my stamina back. Some more man-made structures down there. I'll have to check that out. Well, this is it. This is the stream, at least for now, trying to learn how to play the Terra again and how to not die while trying to eat, and exploring this gateway map, which seems pretty cool. This is on the Western server, so once the Eastern server gets more players, I'm gonna create the croc on that server, I think, and that will be, I think, a little more exciting gameplay, because probably gonna try and grow in one of the streams instead of that big old lake. Even though I really want to check out the lake, but I think the best thing to do is get into the lake as an adult. Otherwise, there's a good chance I'm gonna be eaten by anything bigger than me, unless I can get in with some adults that will protect me. As you can see, stamina does not come back quickly for a little dinosaur, or at least a little Terra. All the dinosaurs are different. Yep, it's going to be a little while. What, I die at around 60%? I'm only at 27, almost 28% growth. So this is at the point at which I would break out my paints and models and start painting, because there's a lot of downtime. Not as much as Legacy, I think, but still, like, if I want to get full stamina here so I could explore and not have to keep landing and waiting, I'm going to have to wait, I don't know, this is going to be a few minutes, you know, and it's good to have another screen, play another game, or have something else to do. Go make a cup of coffee or a sandwich. Now it's coming back, got about half. It's starting to rain. They've really improved the sounds in the game too. Sound is important, and Legacy had decent sounds, but there's a lot more. The volume is better. Not the volume as far as loud and soft, but the volume, like the amount of sound that fills the game in your area. And they're different. Like I said, when I was coming over from the water, the stream into this highland, you hear different things. Like you hear different bugs and things like that, which is, it adds a lot. I think the reason why this is my favorite dinosaur survival game is because it's the most immersive. It doesn't have the best mechanics. I like Path of Titans and how you can customize your dinosaur and kind of pick its abilities and things like that. I can never remember the name of the other one I played, but it's probably one of the older ones. There were some features in that game that I really liked. The Isle is not, I don't know if it's feature complete, but it doesn't have a lot of those other mechanics and the features that some of the other games have. But what it does have is I think solid dinosaur. I don't know what the word for it is. Like each dinosaur is kind of different. You have to play it differently, and the survival mechanics are pretty good. The game runs and plays good. I would have to try Path of Titans again because I haven't tried that in a long time. And I think the thing that turned me off to that game most was its community, not the game itself, but I was not having a good time. And it's not because I was getting eaten by players all the time. I get eaten by players all the time in this, and it doesn't bother me really. Even when I played on Isla Nicta with global chat, when you can see everybody chatting and going at you back and forth, they could be, you know, it's sometimes a little aggressive, but on these official servers, you can only see the chat from your same species. There's a little human settlement here. Well, a little outpost. There's a watchtower. You have an antenna. A couple of barracks. It'll be interesting when humans are added. Oh wow, what's this over here? This is that structure I saw on the map. I wonder if you can go in there. I'm getting kind of hungry again. It might be a good idea to start eating. There's more water this way. I don't know if groups are as important for the Pteradon as they are for other dinosaurs that really need protection. I mean, there's not a lot that's going to get me up here. If anything. It would take another bigger Pteradon with some skill. I wonder what that is. That's probably ocean out there, but I'd like to check it out. Yeah, Zary Mary, I understand it's been a while since I got caught by a dino while drinking, but I have before, and I almost got a heart attack from it. And that was the first time, and then I got eaten again while drinking, and still, like, it's a jump scare every single time. So what I was saying earlier when I had a drink, I'm so scared when I drink. I take a few sips, and I'm like on the edge of my seat, and then I run away, and I find a new spot, and then I'll take a few sips from a new spot because I'm always paranoid that they're going to hear me drinking and try to do the sneak attack. This is a custom map, right? This is not a map that was brought over from Legacy. I don't think so. I think that's salt water over there. I've never had any luck jumping out of the water and eating something. I don't know. I think I tried it once or twice and I failed. But that's one of the things when I was mentioning what I liked about this game is the dinosaur gameplay. Like, you have to learn it and you have to kind of master it. It's not just something you can do and be good at. It takes some skill. And I'm not a very skilled gamer, but if I put the time and effort in, I could enjoy the game and be decent at it. So I remember playing Utah's, and it took a little bit of skill. It took, like, knowing your dinosaur, knowing what you can and can't do. Alright, I'm gonna eat. Let's see if there's fish down in here. Oh, that's good to know. You have to be 50% heavier to drag someone underwater as a dino. I didn't know that. I don't have much playtime as a croc, but what little I've played, I enjoyed. Is this an AI? Yeah. I'm gonna eat those babies. Oh, I spooked them. Don't watch. I can't. I don't know if I could eat these. It's worth trying. Did I miss it? I don't even think that was the baby. Listen to them like they're screaming. It's like watching Channel 13. Look away, children. Alright, you know what? I'm going to land and see what I can do to them. It's definitely going to run away. Ah, no, this is not meant for me to eat. Well, at one point they're so scared of me and they're running, and now he's just like, get away from me, you're bothering me. Maybe his babies I need to go get. Yeah, I was aiming for the babies at first, but then one of the babies was in the water and I tried to fish it out as if it was a fish. That didn't work. It's kind of sad. You could hear the babies screaming. They like want their parents back. Alright, I'm going to leave them alone. I feel bad. It's another reason why I'm not very good at the aisle. My heart's too big. Like, when I see players and I'm hungry, unless I'm a T-Rex and I'm about to die, like in Legacy, then I'll eat anything, just for self-preservation. But if I'm hungry and I don't have to eat, I won't kill a player. I need to slow down. Do you have a lot of hours in this game, Mary? I still hear them over here. So they have servers without AI. Nice. It's good to see then that if new players are trying the game. That's good. It's always been... I've always had success finding players on servers. Even the ones that had boosted capacity back on Legacy. They had some servers that went up to 200, 250 players as opposed to the standard 100. Some of the maps were way too big for just 100 players, and you wouldn't see anybody around. But there were servers that were filled up, and there were players, and you know, there are many players that have gotten disgusted because development is so slow, or they were just bugs that were never fixed. But I think the progress in this, and it is still slow, but it's coming along. Like, it's not a game where back, I don't know, 5 years ago, I would have been like, this is never going to be finished. I would never buy it. It would be a waste of money. But after watching videos and you know, reading about it, I was like, well, even if it doesn't get completed, it looks like fun for however long it's going to be on. If the game's going to be playable, and I wound up playing over 2,000 hours of the Legacy. So I guess I got my $20 worth. $175. Wow, is that like a private server? Right, because they have the official servers. I'm not sure if were there private servers on this. Maybe I have the filter set where I can only see officials. Yeah, the private servers are the best. I played on Isla Nicta. It was a semi-realistic rule set, and the community was real good. It had a nice website that had a lot of information, explanations on your dinosaurs, and tips on how to play. Most players obeyed the rules, but then there were moderators that were always in the game that would review video, because you could record your gameplay. Obviously, that's what people do. And if you were eaten unfairly, you would just send it to an admin or somebody in charge of that. They would look at it, and if you were eaten unfairly, they would give your dinosaur back, like grown. One thing to try and notice before you drink, I think, is listen for the splashing. Because when dinosaurs, when the crocs are swimming, especially in these shallow rivers, if they come to the surface, I believe you hear a splash when they're swimming. Or maybe it's when they start to do their speed boost. If you hear splashing, don't go near that area. I'm pretty comfortable that there aren't any here right now, so I'm just going to drink until I'm full. Yeah, mix packing is a big thing. That was a big thing in Isla Nicta. What is the name of your server, if you don't mind me asking? I play on some European servers. I would like to check them all out and see which one I like best. Grab another fish. There's some more fish down here. Hold on, let me write down. These look like bigger fish. Yeah, I think those are bigger fish. I probably can't catch those. Let's do some more exploring. I really want to catch like a land animal. Those things were like goats. Yeah, I need to find smaller things. Chickens, bullfrogs. So you're probably right that they were too big for me. There's more water on this map than I thought there was. It's these brown, muddy streams. You never really were able to see to the bottom of the streams, even in the earlier versions of the game. So you couldn't just see what dinosaurs are in there. But I like the muddy look of it. It's more realistic. South Plains. Where did I start? I started at like, I forget what it was called. I've traveled a good ways from where I started though, so I have no idea where I am at the map right now. Yeah, this is definitely the best dinosaur to use to explore the map if you're new to the map, which I am. This is only like the second time I've played on this map. I've got a list of things to do when I reach adult. One of them's to go explore that structure. I wonder if you can go in it. There were hotspots on the map in Legacy. I forget what it was called. Spyro, something like that. If you wanted to fight dinosaurs or, get a lot of action, you'd always go to these hotspots. The docks. I forget the names of some of the other ones. Cool how the lighting changes. Yeah, the big structure. Yeah, I'll show you. It's the huge one. You see it on the map before you log in. This looks like it's a swamp here. What can I eat in swamp? That doesn't say swamp biome. Maybe they mean jungle? Oh, I don't know. Wait, did I just hear a frog? We're hunting frogs now. I want a bullfrog. That means I have to go. This was going to be a short stream just to get my dinosaur started. I got to 40%. I'm going to come up here, I'm going to land, and I'm going to wrap it up because I have some place to be. Let's see if I can see the structure from here. Is that it? Oh, it's right there. You can see the end of it. Because of the mountain here and the trees, you can barely see it, but it's that structure right there. It actually looks like two of them. I didn't notice there's another one behind it. Those two big structures out in the distance. I mean, they're huge. This is interesting. I haven't seen this bio on this map before. Alright, well thank you very much for joining. Let's see if anyone's around that's... There's nobody streaming anything interesting. Well, thank you for watching. Thanks for joining me here. I'll be doing this pretty regularly on and off. This is not going to be my full-time game. I play a lot of MMOs. So, as a break and just to keep, you know, learning about all the new things that they added to Evrima, I'll be playing. I'll be playing different dinosaurs. For now, I'm going to grow this Ptera, and then next I'm going to do the Croc. And then finally I'm probably going to go back to my roots and play the Raptor. Well, I'm going to play them all. Thank you very much, and have a great day. Bye-bye, everybody.